welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airwaves on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. Basically, if you're looking to hire somebody to help your project come true and you don't want to get lost in the scams that can be found on Fiverr or tangled in the multi-billion-dollar pressures that loom in the realms of social media, a little visit over to indiecd.org will help you find the best small creators, creatives, and folks who can help you achieve what you are trying to do. The good folks over at IndieCD also have their doors wide open for such creators looking to have a place of safety. That for a low cost of $40, a lifetime fee, mind you, you could have a web presence that is maintained, access to a blog, access to a community calendar where you can find out when the events are coming up early enough to sign on. It's very, very useful. And remember, folks, I'm not just a spokesman, I'm also a member. Although my hair, as odd as it may be, is original. Now, we are also made possible by sales of the... Hold on, let's see if my pile is where it's supposed to be. It is not. Let's see what we have handy. The simple sword and the fighting axe, the simple spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western Arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to being able to share the art and teach others. Also, we are made possible by Hainson Hellfire, a dark seeker who's claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. With that, let's get into accountability. This was an odd one. This was a very odd one. Thursday, I was very, very busy, but not in my writing sense. As people who've known me for a long time know, I have what I call the gig. And the gig involves any number of strange things where I may or may not be being rather helpful to people. And while I don't go into details unless absolutely necessary for another purpose of the gig, That's what I was doing. So it went well. Now, I do have a bit of discussion to remind you folks. While we all have fun with the uh, not the green room commentary, I will ask you, if possible, to refrain from swearing while we are actually broadcasting. That is part of why I say not the green room, because there are some efforts I do through my broadcasts that are seeking financial support. Um, I am actively trying to seek out sponsorships and aid in that, especially as I pursue both the Western martial arts world and the Nerf related world. So you'll see more of both such things rendering in the background until and or the wall going back up in the very near future. I also ask that if you come on my show, and this is not anybody and this is not recent, you remember that. The simple truth is, if I have to do something where I feel it's educational and people interrupt too much, I will be forced to record those and then put the pre-recorded videos up and not do them as live streams, which may give me better content, but it will deprive a lot of people of the give and back, give and take that I love so very much. Now, that little bit has been handled of severity. What we're going to do today is Friday, folks. It is Friday, and for the remainder of the hour, we are going to seek out new entertainments, boldly go to the weekend, where we can talk shenanigans and get things done, because we are creatives. And for a lot of us, the weekend is when we actually punch into our real jobs. By day, we are mild-mannered blank workers. Hi, my name is Joe. But by night, dear friends, and by the weekends, we don our creative gauntlets. We bring finger to keyboard, stylus to screen, pen to paper, and we create that which changes the world around us. So I will not tolerate a scrap of hesitance in the light of that. A modicum of cowardice will not be put up with this, guys. This weekend is a beautiful weekend. We're mid-July. Do something with it. If you aren't creating something useful and fun and beautiful and artistic in your own eyes, create memories that are, my dear friends. Because despite the forces of darkness crawling about like rancid, rotting lizards out from under their rocks, the world is still a beautiful place. The world still is a hopeful place. The world still has opportunities for love and light and enjoyment and friendship. And as a final little caveat of today's rant, because there's one other caveat, on my Nevermind the Burning is, let's see, what was it? I have to actually try to find the graphic, because it was a very good name. Well, this. Never mind what's going on behind the code, because the yarn is on fire now with art and 100% more Nerf news. We did have a gentleman in the chat who was berating this lovely blaster for being gay. On the first point, and I want to put this out there, if you see a Nerf gun, which is a inanimate object, and if you think your first thought is, hey, that's kind of sexy, I feel you. But if it's, I can't get that, or I have a problem with that because it's in gay colors, get help. And one, to learn to identify yourself. If anything, this is far closer to, I believe, the gender fluid flag. And I have a flag right between these fingers that you may indeed swivel on if need be. If that offends my sponsorship, I'm okay with that, because I will always support the people whom I love. Therefore, the weather is nice, the water is warm, so that means that gentleman and anyone sharing his opinion may gladly take a long walk off a short pier and think about your life on the swim back. With that, we are going to go right into Joe Bachman's ad, and then we'll come back and we'll chat about the chat, because I am a little bit spicy, but you guys always kind of cheer me up. So let's go. All right, let's get into the comments, because I am interesting, but you guys are far more interesting. And here a bit early, but good morning. Good morning, Alec. I hope you're doing better. Accountability, well, I'm here. Other than that, needing to figure out some stuff, writing more things down again. That's what it's for. You know how to reach me if you need me, bud. Hey, Alec, says Donna. Hey, Donna, how you doing? And morning, Alec and Donna. And oh, hi, Thesis. Almost didn't see you sneak in there. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. And hello, and Donna saying, hey, Thesis. And good morning, Donna. Alec, Donna, and Thesis. So we've got greetings. Dang it, Trey. This woman knows me eerily well. The greetings thing, as I am falling into the greetings thing, well done, Max. Well done. My clever little Corbett. Now, and Carl's got greetings, and we've got greetings, and we have yet more greetings, dude. And hope everyone is having a most excellent Friday. I'm hoping to. I have a couple packages that'll be coming in to work on a project. I have a few other projects that are opening up. I'm excited. Pretty good so far. Hi, Trey. I need to flip a Munsey card to Trey and Dawn today. It's double points cards weekend. Woohoo! And good morning, Josh. I'm sure you will have a just grand day. And hey, Josh. Hey, Aunt Donna. Let me know. I'll let you know when I wake up, Trey. That's good to know. I'm supposed to have the weekend off, so I should have time to scan. That's the plan, and you're the man. If not, call Dan. And with Carl and Dawn catch up on a unicorn, so forlorn. See? We got a cap, so here's a wrap, Muncie. We got 2 months. No. Josh, Carl, Trey. It's time to scan. What's the plan? Carl and Dawn to catch up fun? No. That's too satirical. Satirical? Yes. Hold on. Too much of this. Anyhow, Thesis is way ahead of me. Lamau. Oh, how the Munzie is taken over, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, to those of you who occasionally message me, Nick, why don't you Munzie? Munzie, like Pokemon Go, is a game I will not likely ever play because it goes slightly against my upbringing, wherein I do not digitally transmit my exact locations and travel habits too much. Y'all have fun. I know that's a little on the end of paranoid, but that is how I was brought up, and I make concessions. Morning, all. Here comes Nick. 1 minute. We will win you over 2, Alec. It's not just over 18. It's all ages. Foxy. Now Trey and Don need to do a Finch show so they can take over too. I don't think there's enough Finch content. And it's not a bad little app, but I don't think there's enough Finch content to power a whole show. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm genuinely curious. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Still dancing to the show theme. And don't forget to let Sarah in on the Finch show. We need Sarah. Okay, so I guess there's a call for a Finch show. You guys have fun with that. Morning. If I can get my phone sorted out to work offline, Carl, I would gladly Munzie. Ooh, next time Joe has other opportunities, we can do that. We can discuss this behind the scenes. Oh, dear Lord. Y'all have fun. I'm not allowed to take any more shows. Dawn, we conjured her by saying her name 3 times. Yes, well, we love Dawn. And she is, of course, the creator of Dawn's Fashionable Felines. Boing. And here they are. Well, I'm the silly artist who rendered them. But if there we go. It did not want to leave the screen. Anyway, a few moments later. Where are we? Aha, there we are. Boink. It's already 1 new play. I know, but only special people get his friend code. And doing any... Hey, Dawn, feeling any better? Yes, let's find out how she's doing post-operation, situation, incident. I don't know how. Oh, Nick. Yes. Love the shirt. When the DM smiles, it's already too late. And it won't. My tabs are coming up, but yes. I play with my cards on the table, guys. Don't be surprised when things happen. Don says, I don't know yet. I opened my eyes 3 minutes ago. I'm not that far behind you. I had to stagger around in search of pants and actually give up and grab a pair of swim trunks. Just because it was not working. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. How you doing? Foxy, got something at Walmart for you and Thesis too, I guess. Oh. Munzie cards double. Okay, you know what? You guys have said Munzie like 6,000 times. There's only one thing we can do about that. It's time for me over on WNTF to spin the hits that you won't quit with, of course, the family favorite in these parts, the Munzie opening.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munzie, we want to Munzie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munzie, we've got to Munzie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munzie is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munzie, we want to Munzie, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munzie, we got to Munzie. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Woohoo! I know. I'm proud of you guys going out and doing your thing. Someone was swearing in here. Those careless. Oops, almost. The chat I can usually just skip over if you guys get too spicy. But if you are on camera, can just go easy on me. And I think that's a very reasonable request. Thank you. And looking at notes for both D.B. Cooper's story and the revision of Munzie Guide. Oh boy, what did I get myself into? Yeah, that means you're doing the job right. The smoothie room, Alec. Oh, yes, Trey. Oh, the plans for next year. I got a gift for Joe. Looks at piles of socks. Looks towards kitchen sink. Oh, dear Lord. Signs I've had an interesting upbringing. When someone says socks and sink, my brain immediately, without hesitation, goes to, dear Lord, you're not going to put a bar of soap in a tube sock, are you? Joey did nothing wrong. At least nothing that wrong. Giggles. That blast and that blaster looks fun. Like how at the very beginning of the show, well, we can watch the rest. Please do. And what this is, to answer the questions, this is an original Nexus Pro set to run the full dart size, so the size that most people think about when they are thinking of Nerf blasters. Now, this one is fully, at least partially loaded. It's by Dart Zone. But this is actually my wife's. And I did the gold paint job. I will be putting actually a mod to lower how hard both hers and mine of this model hit, because this is a pro-rated blaster, which means it knocks out at around 100 feet, between 100 and 120 feet per second, which is a little spicy for the indoor rangery that we usually do with, say, Xander. But because of the way it's designed, let me open that back up, I can take this off very easily, and right behind it is a spring. Now, if I want to make it stronger, I can add a spacer, which will compress the string, or I can extend the back a little bit of, this is called the buffer tube, and it will go just a bit farther into the handle, which is no harm, no foul. And that will cause the spring not to be as tightly condensed, so it will allow it to shoot substantially softer. Now, usually in the world of blasters, you hear people talking about increasing performance. But when you are taking a nice blaster that you use like this, and you are shooting it at shorter ranges, and you don't want it to hurt too much or do damage, you bump it down that way. That way I could do short range practice with it, and then if I want to do something long range, it's literally unthread a thing, put in thing, and a single screw. That's way up on the realm of Nerf guns. That's like how we talk about a ladder or artillery style sight, because there's a lot more arcing that goes on in Nerf than you really usually have to think about in like real steel. I know I'm geeking out here, but I've had a history of people trying to punish me because they claim my interests are somehow homosexual, e.g. drawing flowers or something. And whenever someone does that, I passionately strike back, preferably with logic and adjustment, though in that case, I believe Thesis was the one to swing the bad hammer. Anyway, I'll be talking more about this. I have one that's orange that is not pimped out like this, and I now have another one that I acquired that is missing a couple key pieces, but I got very, very, very cheaply, that I will be doing a full mod and probably making that one my heavy hitter, so I don't have to switch back and forth. I also have the newer model, which is Très Magnifique. But I'll talk about high power. Wow. You know what? That one, not the green room, Nick. Anyway, yes, I did not the green room myself, but if I didn't, I would have gotten this look from Joe. So, high power blasting. We'll talk about that in a later Nick Knows Nerf. I have new images thanks to Alec from the Nerf game. Not many, but we did get a few, and at least one I can use as another graphic. So, let's get back into the commentary, and we'll get into that, because I like the physicality of running around and shooting Nerf guns. I always have. It's very stress-reducing, and it teaches you to focus. Marksmanship is important. Accountability. Survived the procedure, slept 10.5 hours. Now, laundry? I don't know. Rest, take it easy, glide your way in. And while everyone's resting, please hit that like so we can like, share, and subscribe to this so you don't miss a single beat of the madness that is my channel. If you ever have one of those shows that I did, there are times when I don't read a comment. It's a privilege, not a right. Oh, if you've ever seen a show, yes. Oh, absolutely. And I will just skip over people who are vaguely being misbehaving. People who are actually being problematic will get their stuff taken down, booted, and possibly banned. I try to give a timeout to people first, unless it's something exceptionally inappropriate, and not in the fun ways. But Alex says, I slept around 14 hours yesterday, Dawn, from the night before sleep going into late that morning. Yep, and I hope you're doing better. If you're not, reach out. I'm right where you can reach me. Now, our regular food discussions can commence since we no longer not fooding for Dawn. Oh, friends. It's getting to be proper grilling season for me, which means I either grill early in the afternoon before the light hits or after dark. And grilling after dark is so good. Just sitting on my front porch going, tss. Why are you grilling in the middle of the night? Because I can. Tss. You hear that? That is the song of my meat saying, I don't care. Maybe some corn. Exactly, Carl. I love how you transition to how you can paint them if the color scheme isn't for you. His vitriol helped me learn something. But that dude, long walk, short pier. Exactly. And I will, on the subject, because I would always prefer to talk to someone, okay, who has problematic views, like a human being, ask them questions about their views, and at least, if possible, take the chance to alter them, because we don't know what their lifestyle is. We don't know what they've been exposed to. There also is a real thing called what I call second definition homophobia, because there needs to be a word for the fear of the hazards of being identified, real or falsely, as a homosexual in our society. I know far too many people who, there are a great many things that happen because they are terrified of being looked upon as homosexual, weak, or both. And if I can provide an open, safe place where occasionally they can go, oh, wow, I never looked at it that way. No one told me that way. Occasionally, ignorance can be beaten. And most often people are kind of rooted and holding on to it, but I do try to help. I know it's foolish, and I know it's at times a waste of time, but it's not always about them. It's about me saying, I tried, because that's only fair. I try to avoid contempt prior to investigation. It means I take a lot of smacks for it, but if there's anything I learned, I have a punchable face. Now, where were we? Take it easy, Dawn. Don't overdo it. Okay, there we are. Loved how you transitioned. And yes, I'm getting into that. I actually, getting back briefly to this because it's more chipper, this was done with a knockoff gold Sharpie, a gold paint pen. And I really liked how the lining made it pop and made it look special and different from others. Mine's going to get all sorts of weirdness. But you always want to keep your Nerf blasters as colorful and obviously not an actual firearm as possible. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Waves. And tune in to Nevermind the Furthermore today at 9 a.m. That's this channel. Thank you, Cindy. And yes, Thesis hammered him with the ban. Well done, Thesis. And Cindy says, tune into the rest of Nevermind the Furthermore broadcast at 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here if you are in the Central Timecast. It is 10 a.m., thankfully, for those of us on the Eastern side of things. Even though I went south and west to get in the Eastern time zone. But since Cindy's here, let's take advantage of her presence and show her a little bit of love over on her promo. And let's see. Going on further, Alex says, whoop, there we go. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be making custom design dice for the RPG group. Amanda ordered some dice molds for me to use through the RPG Fund. I am excited. I can't wait to see how those come out. Satirical? Well done, Nick. Well, thank you. And for folks who don't know, Carl is the reason I have this clip. I mean, he is the master of the screenshot, and I do appreciate. I try to live up to the high standards in which you guys hold for me. Let's see. Good. I can't imagine being so upset about the color of something I would refuse to enjoy it. Exactly. I see that as a tragedy. And I've seen people making custom dice but never been able to afford any. I actually have a nice set of glow-in-the-dark dice that were made for me by Frog G. They just got knocked over, so I have to get the rest of them from along the side of my desk as I clean out my study. Check out the Historical Fencing Guild at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday to all. And hey, Chris, Cindy and Chris, how about Tea with Swords? Thesis's channel, and we've got greetings. And Finch has enough to do a show. Cool. I'm outrunning my StreamYard's ability to keep up. That's okay. Check out my art at deviantart.com/NickT. I still have to do a massive download of my old stuff to be able to reset over to the new stuff because I'm starting to fill up my space after 20 years. My babies. Took 4 clicks to get them off the screen. Yes. Tune into Comic Related Network. That's Papa Sandam's channel. Mystery of the Missing Pants. Oh, I know what happened to them. Any clothing of mine that is light enough, my cats will steal and make nests out of after I've worn it. Help Nick teach people to be safely dangerous and watch Nevermind the Code and the yarn is on fire, and you'll see Dusty's great caper. Yes, the cat walked through my screen door. Just, hi. Dusty's shenanigans set the mood. They usually do. YouTube keeps suggesting that I watch that Munchie show. You should. Thanks, Nick. Well, he said chair. Chair! What did he request, and how do I make it more difficult for him? I requested that guests, live guests on my show, do not swear too much. Please avoid swearing. because I'm actually trying to, both as I upgrade my production value and background and everything else, I am trying to get a sponsorship to help me be able to explain Nerf guns to people. And if I get Nerf guns donated to me by companies to review, I could then donate them to like the poorer kids that I know. It's a really dastardly plan, but you know, it is what it is. Sure. Hey, Johnny. Thesis. Hey, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Thesis. Yeah, you requested go easy on swearing and green rooming. I see. I still need to get a hold of Nick and see if my one blaster can be fixed. I think the only one that does it. It's the only one. I'm pretty sure you can. You need to tell me the make and model and the problem. Pictures or video would be delightful. Yay, heat warnings. Yep, guys, be careful out there. Why do you call your baseball bat logic and adjustment? Oh, yes. Well, because that's the new model next to my original Clue bat. Ask me about my psychological analysis of the guy who didn't like Nick's Nerf gun tonight. That is one I would like to hear. Ooh, fun. I'm going to bring popcorn tonight. Me too, Trey. Carl, I think he has repressed urges and projection issues. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say that man just feels a little emasculated by my ability to cock and get the safety to cock and thrust. There you go. I earned that green room, but I'm okay with that. Those things went okay. Those darts work very well. I'm also in the middle of testing the different dart brands for which ones work best. Fun. My glow-in-the-dark darts are great at full length, but at half length in my more powerful blaster, they don't do well because it's a little too powerful and they start corkscrewing. Have fun with that too. Woohoo! And yes, most of my darts now glow in the dark because glowing in the dark makes just about everything better. Ted's at work. Oh my. Ha-ha! Of sorts with other issues. Good morning. But does Ted talk at work? Ha-ha! The song of my meat. You did that to yourself. Yes, I did. He may at times. And now I'm home alone till 2. That's tragic. Oh, I'm happy. Yay, that makes sense. I forgot where I was. And let's see. Yay, good then. Sometimes you need to be home alone. Amen to that. Toxic masculinity. Gotta love it. Indeed. Solo rave time sets up the music for Alec. Picturing Alec with both hands at the sides of his face, screaming like Kevin McAllister. Yes! Lamau Carl. And when you can't deal with it, ban hammers exist. Yes. That's why. Meanwhile, Black Fan with acne is on the side of pulls up to, so does it have candy in it? Free puppies? Where's free dice? Even better, gift cards for art stores. And you all are getting kidnapped. Dream of dreams. Let's see. I hate to do this, guys, but something has just come up, so I'm going to have to call the show a bit short today. I love you, and you should too. Please keep writing and drawing and doing what you love. Everything's okay. I just had a message that I will have to immediately deal with pop up on my screen. So, love you guys, and I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. on the Historical Fencing Guild YouTube channel, I hope. Toodles.